Okay, so today I'm going to cover the valuation of bonds. So with this question is saying NH Limited has a plan to construct a new building which is estimated to cost 10 million. After much effort, the company has managed to gather funds internally to the amount of 7 million. The shortfall of 3 million is to be met by the issue of 9% 10-year bonds. These bonds were issued on the 1st of January 2020 and pay interest annually on the 1st of January each year until maturity. The market interest rate is assumed to be 8%. Then the question is saying calculate the present value of the principal, the present value of the interest, that is the coupon payments, and the selling price of the bonds. To get the maximum mark, please show all your working. So that is 5 marks. Then another question is saying prepare the journal entry to record the issue of the bonds on the 1st of January 2020. Then it's saying prepare the bond amortization schedule up to and including the 1st of January 2024. Extra marks will be awarded to responses that are of good form and easy to read. Then lastly saying state whether the bonds were issued at a premium or at a discount or neither, and how you can tell from the information in this question. Okay, so that is our question. The solution is already there, the journals, and also the response to question D, and also the calculations for the present value of the bond, the coupon payments, and so forth. And also the amortization of the bond is actually here. And also we have two methods of amortizing a bond. We have the effective interest rate method and also the straight line method. So all the methods are here. The question is actually the solution is actually complete, but I'm just going to show you how we ended up with such a solution. So for the first question is saying calculate the present value of the principal, the present value of the interest payments, and the selling price of the bonds. So this one is simple. We have to gather key information. The coupon rate is 9%, the effective interest rate is 8%, the period or the bond period is 10 years, and the nominal value of the bond is 3, and the total nominal value of the bond is 3 million. And the coupon payments amount that will be 9% of 3 million. Okay, so this is key information. So if we had calculate the part A, which was saying calculate the present value of the coupon payments, the most important thing that you need to take caution of is the fact that this is actually an annuity due. We are paying the coupon payments are due immediately on the 1st of January each year. So it's actually an annuity due. So we use this formula for an annuity due. We say the payment multiplied by 1 minus 1 over 1 plus R n divided by R multiplied by 1 plus R. So if it's an ordinary annuity, we don't multiply by this bracket, the 1 plus R, but if it's an annuity due, we have to multiply by that bracket. So here we are now gathering the important information. So the payment is 270, we calculated it earlier, and the interest rate, the effective interest is 10%, the number of years is 10. So the coupon, the present value of the coupon payments will therefore be this. So if you look closely on the information on that formula bar, you can see the formula that I used to calculate this. Okay, but I was just replacing these letters with numbers. So on the payment, I replaced it with 270. On any, I replaced it with 10 years. On R, I replaced with 8%. So let's say if the payments were being made annually, semi-annually, of course, where there's a payment, you would divide by 2. Where there is an any, we would multiply by 2. Then where there is an error, you would multiply it by, you would divide by 2. Okay, so that is the present value of the annuity. Then we go to the present value of the principal or the present value of the bond or the face value. So it's simple because after 10 years, we are going to pay back 3 million. So that is the future value. So if we are going to discount this one to the present first year or the 0 year, then this is the formula FV over 1 plus R the power N. And if you replace FV with 3 million, R with 8%, and N with 10 years, then your present value will be 1,389,580. And if you add the two, the present value of the principal plus the present value of the coupon payments, whatever you get is the present value of the bond. So if you want to get the price per bond, it's simple. You just have to say the present value of the bond multiplied by it's divided by 30,000. It's divided by 30. Let me see, 30,000. Okay, so the price of the bond is only 111,000.54. Okay, so we have covered question number 1. So now question number 2 is now saying prepare the journal entry to record the issue of the bonds on the 1st of January 2020. So this is simple. As you could see from our calculations here, the bond's face value is 3 million, but now the present value, we are going to receive this much. So the difference between the present value of the bond and the face value, we call it the bond premium. So when you are journalizing, you are going to debit. Of course, you are going to debit. You are going to debit cash because we are receiving cash. How much are we receiving? We are receiving the present value of the bond. Then we are going to credit. And what are we going to credit? We are going to credit the bond payable by how much? We are going to credit the bond payable by 3 million because that is the face value of the bond. Then we are going to credit again bond premium account by how much? By the difference between the two or the balance figure, which is this one. So this would be the journal entry. So this is our journal entry here, debit cash with 3,346,240, credit bond payable 3 million, then credit again bond premium account with 346,250. Okay, so then we go to number C, prepare a bond amortization schedule up to and including the 1st of January 2024. So there are two methods to this question. We can use the interest rate method or we can use the straight line method. The interest rate method is quite challenging, but then the straight line method is not really recommended, but it's easy. So we start with the interest method, then we can go to the straight line method. So this is the solution to the interest rate method. Okay, so what we're trying to achieve is we have to amortize this balance in the bond premium account to 0. And when the balance in the bond premium account is 0, the book value of the bond here should equal to the face value, because we are going to repay 3 million after 10 years. So whatever the book value of the bond should then, by 3 years, it should be equal to the face value of the bond. So how do we do that? So this is actually the criteria. The bond premium must be amortized to interest expense over the life of the bond. This amortization will cause the bond's book value to decrease from 3,346 to 40 on 1 January 2020 to 3 million on 2029 when we actually repay the principal. Okay, so this is the result. So the formulas in this are as follows. So what we are starting with is in the book value, which is the present value that we calculated. As you can see, if you look at the formula bar, you can see that I am taking this amount from this tab where I was calculating the present values. Okay, so that is our starting point. So what do we do? Because it's an annuity due, before we calculate interest here in this column, we have to subtract the payment. We charge interest after subtracting the payment because it's an annuity due, or we are paying the coupons in advance. So that's what we do here. So our formula here, as you can see from the formula bar, we are saying 8% multiplied by 817. 817 is this one, which is our initial book value of the bond, then minus C18. C18 is our coupon payment. So that is our formula here. You can break down up to 10 years. Then what about the amortization of the bond? So the bond is going to bond premium. The bond premium is going to be amortized by the difference between the effective interest that is going to be charged, the income statement, and the coupon payments. As you can see, the coupon payment is more than the effective interest rate. So the difference between the two is going to be used to amortize the bond premium. So that's why I said C18, which is this one, minus D18, which is in this column. Okay, so our balance in the bond premium is this one. So of course, to find the balance in the first year, we are going to say the initial balance minus the amortization in the first year, and we can break that formula. As you can see, by year 10, the bond the balance in the premium is now 0. Okay. Then what about the book value? The book value was 334624 initially, but then it's discounted. What do we do here? The formula, as you can see from the formula bar, we are saying F18 plus G19. F18 is we have the balance in the bond premium account, and G18 is the bond face value. Okay, so after 10 years, it should be equal to 3 million, as you can see. Okay, so that's it. So the last question is saying, state whether the bonds were issued at a premium or a discount. This one is simple. You can, by just looking at the question, you can see that the coupon payment is 9%, but the effective interest rate is 8%. That alone should show you that the bond is actually issued at a premium. Why? Because the investors are accepting to pay currently the present value that is calculated on a higher interest rate of 9%, whereas the effective or the rate in the market is only 8%. So that means they are prepared to pay more. So that's why we are saying the bond is issued at a premium. But as you can see, I think I demonstrated it also to say, okay, from our journal here, the bond payable, the face value is only 3 million, but we are receiving cash of 346,250. So of course we are receiving more than we should have received. So the balance is the premium. So that is the solution to that question. I hope that was helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe.